Nick Burns didn't walk. He swaggered. His eyes were brown and his hair was brown, which sounded dull or ordinary. But not on Nick Burns. His hair was a rich chestnut brown that developed golden highlights from the sun, and his eyes were gold-flecked too. It was as if King Midas himself had touched Nick's head when he was born and anointed him. 6'5", barrel-chested, broad-shouldered, he looked like someone who had played a sport in college and been very good at it. He had, rowing at Harvard, and he was, winning the Henley 2 years in a row. If it weren't for this war, he would probably be training for the Olympics in Antwerp right now. Instead, he was dug into this trench, waiting for the Germans with 5 other soldiers on a farm near a village in France. No sunlight, no rowing, no swaggering. Just the stink of men who hadn't washed in too long, and the iron smell of blood. What Nick had with him was a small tin of paints and a brush. He spent endless hours painting on the stone wall. A mural. That's what he was painting. A mural of the Charles River on a summer day, people strolling along its banks, a band playing, a crew team rowing past. He gave all the figures the faces of his family and friends back home. The man in the Panama hat was his father. The woman beside him, holding a parasol, was his mother. The younger woman beside her, with the adoring eyes, was Lillian, the girl he might marry. The crew team was his old team, even though 2 of them had died in France. The band was made up of his brother and his buddies from high school. Nick Burns was painting his world, right here in a stinking trench on a farm near a village in France. That's what he was doing when sunlight burst in, and the face of an angel peered down at him.